Or like Donald Trump hair. Let's fix that. Okay, here we go. Just finished with a private client, and we had this connection. She had this connection to what was really happening internally and unconsciously that was causing the vast majority of this contention, this confusion versus experiencing clarity, and got to the point where it was really clear. It was clear that it was clear, and it was clear that it was clear that it's a process. And the more clear it is, the more ease we experience. And with all of us going through what we've been through in the past, whether it was emotional abuse, neglect, unavailability, there's this experience of not experiencing clarity and a desire to experience clarity. And when we do, wondering how much more clear can it be? All while realizing it's pretty freaking clear that it's clear. What we want out of is the ping pongness. And we're realizing that we're our main character in our own lives. And there are other characters in our lives. And sometimes we want the other characters out of our lives because they're impacting the experience that we're having with our own character. And that becomes really clear, and we just want them to stop. But wanting someone else to stop is a form of control and manipulation. And then there's a connection to the awareness of, oh my God, am I trying to be controlling and manipulating just like that person? And that's the very thing I don't like about that person. And then that becomes an internal reflection of, whoa, it's become clear that this is what I don't like about me as well. And realizing just how alike we are, just how different we all are, and it becoming clear. And one of the most powerful questions that we can ask ourselves as we're going through this process and understand that we're only going to be able to get to it at a certain level with so much conscious effort on our own, because our mind builds up resistance, protective mechanisms, and it's like, don't go there, don't go there. And you'll notice consciously you just start talking about other things, and that's okay. That's really why the one-to-one private work is so transformational and so powerful, so beneficial, because you get through that breakthrough. You get to the breakthrough, you get through it, you get to it, you get to allow it to be what it is and to process within. And there's a period of time for that as well. But one of the most important questions you can ask yourself is, what do I notice about what my mind is trying to make it mean? What do I notice about what my mind is trying to make this mean? Because our minds are meaning-making machines, and so we're constantly going in and out of consciousness and unconsciousness. And I'm not talking about being like knocked out, blacked out, not that type of consciousness. The unconscious part of the mind is the part that dictates, navigates, and directs. It's the 95% of really what the outcome or the manifestation or the presentation of your life is. It's that 95%. And it's the 5% that we can understand consciously and logically. And so it's this flow and it's this dance. And we notice, wait a minute, my mind is trying to make it mean this. And so we can dive into the question like this: what do I notice about what my mind is trying to make it mean? And then contemplate that, process that, be with that. And if you're really ready to experience rapid and transformational breakthrough, guiding into that with someone who's trained to. Shameless plug. That is what I do, and that is why the breakthroughs that my clients have are so vast, so life-changing, so profound, so incredible, because you're not doing it on your own. Because your conscious mind, it goes, oh, I think that's there because now I'm experiencing this feeling in my body, but oh, this feeling is familiar, and every time I feel this feeling, I numb and I run and I avoid and I distract. And having someone hold the space for that so you can navigate through it without being alone in it, because a lot of times that's connection to the pain and the triggers that, I'm not gonna be able to handle this alone, and I don't want to, so I go back to that person that I don't want to. It is really what sets this breakthrough apart, and it's really what changes everything. So when you're ready for that, I would love to connect with you. Until then, ask yourself this question: what do I notice about what my mind is trying to make this mean? And you'll have a story, and you'll probably have a story that's familiar to you. You'll probably have a story that go, yeah, I'm not surprised, I've thought about this, this is it. But that is where it is. That's where to begin. That's not where to end. And a lot of people in their journey to healing, that's where the story ends. And in this transformational, internal unconscious work, that's the beginning, not the end, because that's the beginning of the breakthrough and the freedom from that story. I'd love to connect with you when you're ready. You can find out more by clicking on the links in my bio. Love you guys. Bye for now.